Hello, welcome to Conjugal Bliss. I am Priscilla Ashanibare. Thank you for joining us today. Today we are going to be discussing about the topic dealing with difficult people. Dealing with difficult people. Difficult people are people that are challenging, frustrating, and seemingly impossible to get along with on most occasions. And sometimes this difficult person can be your boss, your colleague, your neighbor, your sibling, or even your spouse. So are you to now say, because this person is difficult, I'm just going to, snub them and I'm going to avoid them? You still have to live with them. Remember, the Bible said in Romans chapter 12, verse 18, that if it is possible, as much as depends on you, live peaceably with all men. Romans 12:18, meaning that you have to do your part to be able to live at peace with all men. Also in Hebrews 12:14, many times people always forget the part of it and the focus on the other part of it. They forget where it says that follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. He didn't say you can follow peace if you want, you can follow peace if you can, or don't follow peace, just live holy. No, he said, and follow peace with all men and holiness. Follow peace with all men and holiness. They go hand in hand. You have to follow peace with all men and you have to live holy. As a matter of fact, when you follow peace with all men, it will help you to live holy. To be able to do that, to be able to follow peace with all men, it is important we also know what are the characteristics of a difficult person. At least you'll be able to know, why is this person a difficult person, so that will help you to be able to know how to interact, to relate with them, and to live, with them in peace, to live peaceably with them. Number one, people who are difficult, they have this know-it-all attitude. They are always the one that want to be teaching everybody, to be correcting everybody, to be telling everybody what to do. And what they don't know, it makes people around them to feel overshadowed. Nobody likes to be pushed around. So a difficult person will always want to say, okay, I have something to say, and what I have to say is what you should listen to, and you must carry it out. You must do it my way. They are pushy. Another characteristic of a difficult person is that they are set in their ways. They are close-minded. They have a way of doing something and they are not ready to change. Even as a businessman, if you are not ready to change, talking of change here, I'm not saying that you should compromise in a sinful way. No. Change here is needed because even life itself will change. Change is constant. One thing that is constant about life is change. As I said, even as a businessman, that is the problem of some companies that we used to hear about in the telecommunication area, that we are not hearing about them anymore. I don't want to mention names, but some years ago there was this particular phone maker that if you don't have their phone, you have not arrived. But it happens that right now, I don't think that anybody can ever remember if they existed anymore. It is because they rejected change. They were not ready to change. That is one thing with difficult people. They are the ones that they have, this is the way I've been doing it for the past 50 years, and this is the way I will continue to do it. My husband and I will always say, we thank God that we are here in the Redeemed Christian Church of God, and we have a father in the Lord, Daddy E.A. Adeboye, the one God has been using to move Redeem forward. If you can remember, many years ago we had Model Parish, and then we have the youth parish now, and God has been helping our father. All kinds of programs that are coming in, that are helping people. We have the Holy Ghost night that God gave him. We have the convention. We have the Congress. And just recently, we have the special victory services when you have to go out like a crusade, and we're seeing God doing so many wonderful things through all this program. There's the divine encounter, the Shiloh hour. Now imagine if a father in the Lord has said, okay, this is how we've been doing it for the past 40 years, and that is how we are going to do it. We're not going to change at all. Then Redeem wouldn't have been able to reach the number of people we have been reaching, would not be able to be blessing to the number of people that God has helped the Redeemed Christian Church of God to be blessing to. What are we saying is difficult people, they are set in their ways. They are the ones that they will say, okay, this is how I do things and nobody can change me. This is who I am. They're not ready to bend. They're not ready to compromise. Even as a husband or as a spouse, they will tell the spouse, no, this is the way I've been living for the past 13 years. You cannot come now and say you want to change me. You either take it or leave it. And what you can do if you have a spouse who is who has this kind of attitude, is that you should just have to stay calm and continue to pray. Difficult people will not want to change, even if changing is helpful, even if it is productive. I remember there was this camera company many years ago. They were the talk of the town. They were the first on the list if you want to talk of buying a video camera or any kind of camera at all, picture camera, photograph, to take photographs. They'll be the first you are going to think about. Then it happened that there was this worker of theirs that got breakthrough about the digital camera, because then, it's this one that they will print, you take the picture, then you take it to the dark room, then you will develop it, then here comes the picture. But there was this worker of theirs that said, oh, I've been able to discover digital camera. They didn't listen to him. They were thinking, oh, we are the #1 in the world, so why should we change? Anyway, the man was able to sell the idea to their rival company, and that rival company produced the first digital camera, and now they are out of business. Difficult people, they are those that are stubborn, they are rigid as well. They focus on themselves as if the world revolves around them. So I won't change, you'll be the one to change. If you speak out against them, they would think as if you are the one that has the problem if you're trying to correct them. So what is the topic we're discussing about? We're discussing about how to deal with difficult people. Number 3 characteristic of a difficult person is because they are set in their ways. The first one is they think they know it all. The second, they are set in their ways. They're not ready to change. The third is they don't want to compromise. It is only their way that they think should work. It is only their way that they think is right. They are not open to other people's opinion, even when they think that there could be some possibilities for them to be able to be wrong. Their ego will not let them admit that, oh, maybe that person might be right. So they are full of pride. They won't compromise. To them, it is all or nothing. Now, are you beginning to see yourself Or maybe you are thinking, maybe my spouse is like that. Or now maybe a colleague. Hold it, hold it. Don't jump to conclusion yet. Let's still continue and see if, you are the one I'm talking about or someone around you. Okay. The fourth characteristic of a difficult person is that everything to them is a competition. Everything to them is a competition. Yes, it is good to try. It is good to try to be outstanding, to be excellent, to be above. It is good, it is good to motivate yourself, to forge ahead and, to be an achiever. But when it happens that everything you do all the time, you just want to outshine everybody, and all they do. Let me explain here. Difficult people, all they do is clearly to achieve this their goal at the detriment of others. So they don't care whoever they step on along the way. No, let me just get where I'm going. Having the best opinion or being recognized. No, they want to be recognized. They want to feed their ego. Or sometimes it can even be as a very small thing as, getting to a place earlier than you do, and they will be, oh, I got there before you did. Or even everything to them is a competition, that even while driving on the road, they will compete with a total stranger, always trying to get the best seat even in the house. Oh, may God help us. If they even have to literally push someone out of the way, they would do that. I remember there was a time when, though she repented of it, a televangelist, she said before she was broken, she was a difficult person. That even there was one time when she went to a fancy restaurant, and they now said that there was just only a table left. And she made up her mind, no, I'm going to eat in this restaurant today. And she said, she now saw somebody else, another customer, trying to walk towards the table. So she saw when the customer she quickly, she ran quickly, she increased her pace so that she can get there on time and before the other customer. And she said when it got there and she sat, another thing that made what she did to be very, very bad was the fact that that other customer had disability in his legs. Why can't she just let go and let that person, have the table? Anyway, she told God that when she remembers now, when she was remembering it and she was narrating it, she said after that she really went to God and she repented. Yes, competition is good for motivation and inspiration. Don't get me wrong. Competition is good for motivation and inspiration, but can be overwhelming and tiresome to deal with. When the person the person with you is always looking for ways to outshine you, they can also be childish. I'm talking of a difficult person because they feel theirs must always be better than yours. If they're talking, they will tell you, oh, my mother is better than your mother. My house is better than your house. My car is better than your car. They will always want to let you know that whatever they have, whatever they have achieved, whatever they do, it's better than yours. They want people to know that and to even beat them down with it. That is what a difficult person will do. Another characteristic of a difficult person is they like to argue. They like to argue because they won't compromise. They think they know it all. To them, it's a competition, so they like to argue. Any smallest thing can be an issue to them. You can't win with them. You can't win at all with a difficult person because they will always insist that their opinion is right. It is stressful to have to deal with such a person. When you have such a person on your team, he or she will bring stress to that team because instead of you moving ahead to achieve something, you'll still be staying there, wasting time and arguing on issues that should not even be a topic of argument at all. Oh God. Now imagine if such a person is your spouse. What are you supposed to do? You just let them have their way sometimes. Okay, we're going to get that. Let's talk about the characteristics of a difficult person. We are also going to be talking about how to, relate with them. But let's try to identify such people first in our environment. Another characteristic of a difficult person is that they are prone to bursts of anger. They have a very short fuse. They're very short fuse and emotionally sensitive. They have fragile egos and can be prone to becoming angry over the slightest thing. Even sometimes when they get angry and they flare up, you'll be wondering, what did I do? What did I say? Because you think, I think I've done nothing, to warrant such a confrontation from this person. So please don't make jokes, expensive joke with such people. They may not know how to handle it. They have expectations of how people should treat them and how they should act towards them, and anytime they think you fall short of it, oh no, they get angry. They tend to become argumentative and aggressive and make your life like hell. They tend to do what? To be argumentative and aggressive. In any situation, they can turn very little situation into a big fight. Oh, now, are you seeing yourself as such a person? Or you can identify somebody around you? Just hold it. We're still talking about how to deal with difficult people. And here we're trying to explain some of the characteristics that difficult people have. Another characteristic is they like to blame others. They will not want to take responsibility for their actions. And if there's nobody to blame, they will blame the situation, and they will blame the weather. They can even blame even the air blowing. They won't want to take responsibility for their actions. They may look like somebody perfect and godly, but when you get close to them, you will discover that such person, they don't want to feel as if, oh, I'm not perfect. In their own eyes, they think they are perfect all the time. It is the fault of others, like for example, if they are late to work, okay, it is the fault of the traffic. They will never admit that, they woke up late or they didn't get dressed on time. They rarely admit their fault. That is what difficult people do. They will never own, to their responsibility and look at it that, oh, this is what I have done. For example, if they are carrying a cup of water and it spills, they will blame even the person that is looking at them. It's because you were looking at me. That is why I spilled the water. Oh my goodness. Another characteristic of difficult person is they like to judge others. They will not judge themselves. They like to judge others. As a matter of fact, judging others is a hobby to them. They are the kind of people that when they call you, they will go from one person to another, crucifying and picking on them, exposing the weaknesses of people. They have this high standard that they think that nobody can attain. They criticize people negatively. People around, what they don't know is people around them will feel as if they are always on a scale, that they cannot, be able to please them. And they will end up avoiding so many people around them. And before you know it, people will start avoiding them. Another characteristic of a difficult person is that they struggle with empathy. They struggle with empathy. They hardly see things from the perspective of another. They cannot easily see another person's view, and this can cause them to misunderstand people around them. And it can even cause people to misunderstand them. People will not understand that it's because they cannot see things from their perspective. So they will think the difficult person is intentionally going out to hurt them. They will not know it's just that they are a little bit deficient when it comes to empathy. They have very low emotional intelligence. This makes people around them to feel unheard and unloved. Not that they intentionally don't want to love the people around them. It's just that that is the kind of person that they are. Another characteristic is they're always in a rush. Always in a rush. They might feel like they are being pulled along. People around them, that is how they feel, because these people are always in a rush. Yes, it's good to try to do things within a speculated time to meet the deadline, but because these difficult people, they're always in a rush, they would push you, they would pull you, they would. It's good. As a leader, you need that characteristic. But when it is overwhelming, instead of helping the people around you to be productive, they will just see as if, oh, there's nothing they do that they can be able to please you. There's nothing they can do that they can be able to, please that their boss. And such relationship will be stressful. It can also make it overwhelming in relationship when there is no balance, when it is just, pushing all the time. What are we talking about? We're talking about the characteristics of difficult people and how to be able to identify them around you and to be able to know even if you are the one who is the one that is difficult to live with. Another characteristic of a difficult person is that they are chronic warrior. They worry about what should, what can, what might, and the ifs and the have to and shouldn't and all that. And this makes it difficult for people to have relaxed conversation with them. When they're the one who organizes a program, you will see they can't stay in their place. They are up, they are this, they are that. They worry that something might go wrong, something might happen. They're the type that will worry about everything and anything, and because of that they are prone to anxiety. Instead of enjoying the moment, what they'll be thinking about is what could go wrong, what will go wrong, and this makes it hard for people around them to be even able to enjoy the moment with them. What are we discussing about? We're discussing about how to deal with difficult people, and we've been trying to explain some of the characteristics of a difficult person. Now, another characteristic is they're overly generous. You say, yeah, difficult people is the fact that they're difficult doesn't mean that they don't have strengths as well. No, they do. And one of the strengths they have is they're overly generous. They are very, very generous. As a matter of fact, sometimes they can be generous to a fault. And by the time they're generous, people around them will be wondering, why is this person so generous? Why is this person so nice to me? Are they trying to use their generosity to manipulate me? Are they trying to use their generosity to make me to do things that I normally would not want to do? No. It's just that sometimes difficult people can go all out to be nice to people around them. And people around them will be thinking, oh, maybe they're trying to use their generosity to control me. No, that is not what it is. Okay, that is just one of the strengths that difficult people do have. When they love you to the extreme, and the otherwise is also the same thing. Another characteristic of a difficult person is that, okay, we are out of time today. What have we been discussing about? We've been discussing about how to deal with difficult people. And we've been trying to explain some of the characteristics of difficult people, or what is it that you are doing that is making people to think that you are somebody that is difficult to relate with. Maybe that person is you. Now, don't you start beating on yourself. By the grace of God, when we come back next week, we are going to be saying, how can you be able to deal with these people that you think are difficult to deal with? Because the word of the Lord said that you have to live at peace with all men. And it says for as long as it depends on you, you have to make sure that you live peaceably with all men. Either they are difficult to deal with or it's very easy to deal with them. Because even sometimes such people can end up being your boss, your colleague, your neighbor, or even your spouse. Make sure you join us again on this same channel next week at this time. We'll be continuing this topic. And I pray that the Lord will keep you until then. God bless you.
This loving, this loving, this loving. Don't wanna lose this loving, this loving, this loving. I can't lose this loving, this loving, this loving. Don't wanna lose this loving, this loving, this loving.